Alright guys, welcome back. So I still have my cone on. I was hoping to avoid recording while wearing my Chihuahua collar, but not too big of a deal. The surgery went really well. It took a lot longer than expected. I only found out about my lovely accessory here until after the fact the surgery was done, so I had recorded originally like 2.5 weeks of videos, I think, which is where I ended up falling out. I had like one really good day where I just like sprinted through a whole bunch of content, got everything uploaded. I was feeling pretty great for the most part. Yeah, and then I ran out of videos last week and I was like, crap. Okay, well, bummer. But yeah, anyway, so the Chihuahua collar hopefully comes off this Thursday. I've been put on a no-fly list for a little bit, which means, well, not no-fly list, but like I've been instructed by my doctor to not fly, so I'm not allowed to fly. So I unfortunately will not be making the Tampa event this weekend, which is a huge bummer for me because this is like the first pre-release I've missed actually since I started collecting Flesh and Blood. But since we're talking about Flesh and Blood and Rosetta, I believe my final order count on Rosetta is going to be 830 something boxes. This is again a new record from last time, which I think we were just past 600. I ended up getting 100 taken away last minute due to some distro shenanigans, but it was still more than I had the previous cycle, which is pretty neat. But yeah, so we're up almost 50% from the last order. I will be off of my 10 pound and 5 pound weight restriction pickups by then. By the way, like I have like this gnarly incision on my neck. It literally looks like someone tried to like murder me in the streets. It's pretty comical. But yeah, so the collar's on unfortunately for another few more days. The Wednesday opening videos will resume again like normal. I actually have some Commander Masters set boxes to crack. I have some more Modern Horizons 1 to open. There's a slew of recordings I'm going to be able to do now. I had a huge amount of moving that got done before my surgery. I kind of just like doped myself up and just like mindlessly like zombie moded a whole bunch of stuff around. As you guys saw from the final move with all the boxes and stuff that I recorded in front of. I was on like a high of adrenaline, I think, for that one. But yeah, so we're on the last like 100 boxes, I think, or so of that, 70, 80 boxes, somewhere in there, which is really cool. It's really nice to finally see like the final stages of this stuff like hit fruition. Like I'm finishing up, all these sets that have been sorted and things are getting pulled apart and put back in order. We're finally getting where we want to be. But I wanted to focus on Rosetta because this is the upcoming set. So I was doing pre-orders since like I've been doing pre-orders since like Uprising probably, but not to like the degree that I started doing at Heavy Hitters. Heavy Hitters, I was pre-selling between like 40 and 100 cases between like my big guy that always bought and everything else. My big guy went and did his own thing with a local store, which I'm totally okay with. Go for it, dude. My cost basis is lower than theirs, unfortunately, so like he kind of picked a bad time to do it, but do your own thing. I'm always for it. But the interesting thing is I've had multiple people not order their 10 cases that they were going to get. They have this come up. Oh, I heard Rosetta's not going to be great. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about Rosetta and Runeblade and Wizard with the Flesh and Blood metas, right? So those of you that are newer to the game that were not playing back in Arcane Rising, Crucible of War, Monarch, etc., Runeblade was like the hero. Like, it was pretty much Prism and then Runeblade. Like, those were the heroes. And then, like, everyone loved Wizard, but, like, no one really, like, played Wizard because it was so, like, niche. Well, it wasn't niche, but it was, like, it was really hard to, like, be successful on Wizard into heroes like Prism and Chain, etc. But the avid love of Runeblades was unreal. And now it's been a while since Runeblades were in the meta, like a year and a half, 2 years almost, I think, somewhere in there. And I think it feels almost like everyone has forgotten how much fun it was to play Runeblade and combo Runeblade. And I'm just sitting here laughing. I'm like, you guys do realize like Runeblade is like one of the most popular hero classes in all of Flesh and Blood. And like, it's just been so long since there's been Runeblades, but like everyone loves playing Runeblade. Like, it's fun to play Runeblade. Like, you one-tap people. Like, it's cool. It's a fun hero to play. It's mechanically not like uber complicated, but it can be complicated depending on how you structure your decks. Like, you can have a lot of fun with Runeblade, and like, people seem to have forgotten how much fun / strong Runeblade was. Sorry, sneezing really hurts because, like, yeah, anyway. Whew, there we go, got rid of that one. But yeah, so like, people seem to have forgotten like how much fun Runeblade was to play, and now we have a set dedicated to both Runeblade and Wizard, and I have yet to meet anyone that doesn't like Wizard, so I don't understand what the apprehension is on a set that looks gorgeous. And to top it off, if you guys go back to Tales of Aria was so many people's favorite set. Like, the elemental art and theme, and just like that entire archetype of elemental everything. It was just so much fun for people to play. The gameplay was dynamic. You had slow meta, fast meta, you had face punch, you had not face punch, you had face tank. Like, you had all these like fun strats that people were doing and devising. You had multi-turn skips, you had like the red Briar deck. Oh my god. Literally, like, Briar players would just slot 60 reds into their deck and then just blow through their deck and just hope they killed someone. It was super fun to play against / into sometimes. It sucked if you played Guardian for me, because like, you just died, but like, everyone else had like a great time with it. So it was like a really fun meta, and like, I'm just sitting here going like, we have Elemental again, we have Runeblade, we have Wizard. Why is everyone so afraid of this set? Like, the Marvels are going to be amazing. And I wouldn't be one bit surprised if LSS had gold packs in here again, but instead of just the single hits, they had like multiple hits. LSS has been listening to people. There's a reason why they put the gold packs into Mistveil. There's a reason why they've been making these adjustments to the print runs. There's a reasons why they've been doing these things and listening to these things. So to me, it seems really naive for people to be, oh my god, like, Heavy Hitters was so great, Mistveil was so great, Rosetta's got a bomb. What? Why? Like, it has everything going for it. It has elementals, it has Runeblades, it has wizards, it has bomb-ass art, it has waifus in there. Have you seen the chicks? Holy hell yeah. Anyway, but yeah, like, come on now. Like, the apprehension is crazy. So, like, look, I had like 40 cases that I'd allocated for people to pre-sale. I've had 30 of those cancel now. So anyone that's watching still at this point, if you want those 30 cases that I would have pre-sold otherwise, I will open them up to someone else. I have one person that initially responded from those videos, and I've been giving them a crazy cost basis on boxes. They skipped this set, so I'll give them a courtesy of one time. If they skip the next set, then I probably no longer offer that pricing to them, because I'm not going to keep responding and taking time to reach out to people if they don't want to order it. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you keep ordering it, I'll put you on a list. If you stop ordering, I'll take you off the list. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, so like, that guy got crazy pricing on boxes. I'm not even going to say how low it was, but it was a big thank you for one of the few people that was watching the video back then. So I gave them a ridiculous price point. Whenever my price point went down, their price point went down. So, you know, that was kind of what that offer was. I'm not going to be doing that anymore, but if you want some of those cases that people have, you know, no longer want, please reach out, let me know. I will get them to you at a wonderful price shipped. I don't know, probably like $279.99 shipped. I don't know, something like that stupid. We'll see how many cases people order, but, you know, hey, might even do $269.99. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we live. But yeah, it's a good time. But, you know, I've been getting them to locals for pretty decent pre-order prices. I try and stay within map normally, so I'll probably throw something else on top to keep it up to like $350, throw boxes in there, blah, blah, blah. You know, just something shenanigans-wise to make sure prices are correct so we don't get yelled at. But yeah, this is I'm going to probably end up cracking between 200 and 300 boxes probably for singles, I think. That will end up with me having 2,800 Majestics, something like that. So I should be around like 50 to 75 copies of each Majestic, which would be pretty nice. Like, it's a nice little pile of Majestics. I've been running a fairly intensive opening operation for the most part on the Magic side, because I've been so busy with, you know, Modern Horizons 1, then the Double Master stuff, and then, you know, I have my next opening mass projects already in the works. Like, the boxes have been getting acquired for a while now. I'm about 30% of the way done with one. I have one ready to go. I just need to send them payment for the order, and then I will be able to start working on that project. But you know, we have about 5 mass opening targets on the MTG side that are ready. Baldur's Gate collector boxes are going to be one of them. We're going to probably do Theros Beyond Death. I haven't like said what these are going to be yet, by the way. So if you're still listening, congrats! You get to listen to what my next big box opening targets are going to be. Streets of New Capenna is going to be another one. I'm also looking at, oh, what the heck was it? Modern Horizons 2 is another one I've been looking at. I haven't started acquiring it yet, but I'm looking at it. And then I might start acquiring Phyrexia All Will Be One as well, because that seems like an interesting set to me as well. I don't know if I'm going to do a mass opening on it right now, just because like there's not enough land in it. There's a lot of good creatures and stuff, but there's not enough land. Another set that I'm looking at that I might end up doing is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Bosuju is like a crazy expensive land still. Like it pays for a third of a box, sometimes half of a box, depending on your price points. Back in the dump days, I picked up a case of that draft for $450, I think it was $425 something. It was dumb. So like what's that even break down to a box? 60 would be 300. 84 a box, I think, 85 a box, somewhere in there. Like, it was dumb. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, this is so cheap. Yeah, 80 is too expensive, because that would be 480 for the case. So, like, 72 a box, 75 a box, somewhere in there. Which is, like, crazy, crazy cheap. Like, you can open one land and pay for half the box. Like, okay. Like, the dump days were weird, man. Sets I'm not going to be doing openings on, Dominaria United. That set's dead to me. It is absolute trash. I will never mass open that. Something would need to change drastically with the singles value on there before I even began to remotely look at doing it, because that set is pretty much shoulder it or bust, and that's just not conducive for like EV value. Like, sets that have that kind of like one card or bust, like you almost have to be able to purchase boxes based off of hitting that single card, which means I need to buy draft boxes at like $18 a piece and collectors at like 40, which is like stupid. Like, it's so stupid. Like, there's no way. Because like otherwise, it's just gonna get wrecked. Like, if every other rare and mythic is $1, like just like would I eventually make my money back at like $62 a box? Probably. Am I going to? Hell no. But yeah, so Streets is gonna be good. Theros is gonna be really great. Baldur's Gate is gonna be great. I'm also looking at probably acquiring more Commander Legends Masters, 69ing our wallets. It just depends if I can get good prices in the boxes. They're kind of expensive. It's hard to find them. I picked up a case for a pretty good price, so that's obviously going to get opened. I have a case of the sets that I'm going to crack, but the big opening in the next 30 days is going to be Rosetta, because I'll spend probably about 4 or 5 days just raw, as fast as I can rip boxes. I'm just going to be flying through them, and then that'll get bulked out, sorted, prepped. The rares and stuff will move into long boxes for storage. The bulk commons and tokens and stuff will also move into storage for a future sorting project. And then all the mythics and foils and stuff will get sleeved, processed, put into boxes, prepped for listing. And then most of the majestics and stuff I'm actually going to keep. The foil majestics and some other stuff like that, I will list whatever like the expensive stuff is initially, but then the rest of it I'm probably going to hold on to. So like I'd like the 2,500 to 3,000 majestics, I'll probably only end up selling 400 or 500 of them at most. I might keep even more than that, we'll see. But like I really do believe the way LSS runs their printing system and stuff, and we've seen it time and time again now. Like Phantom Tidemaw was a great example. What was the Ancestral Harmony is another one. Like we're seeing this over and over and over. And then like the recent one in Mistveil, Weakest Link, I think, it was an $8 card. Now it's $40. Like, when are people gonna catch on? Like, if you're buying these cards in bulk, like bulk majestics, and then it pops off and everyone needs it in the deck because it's highly playable, because Flesh and Blood is a highly playable game and everyone wants it, and the card goes from like $2 to $50. Like, like what are they? It's just like, I don't understand. Like, it seems very interesting to me why no one is paying attention to this. Like, I know some people are, but like I'm I'm just interested by this. So I'll end up taking one of my card houses, the 4x3s. I will slowly start filling that out. I've already started doing it to some extent with one upstairs, but I need to streamline it down into just Majestics and above. Well, I guess Supers and Majestics and above. And at some point in the far future, I will end up bulking out all of the Flesh and Blood that I have. Right now, I'm just sorting it and getting it prepped for it. I have too much stuff with the Magic side, as you can see, piled around me. So I'm kind of going one big project at a time. I actually have another bulk buy of Magic lined up. The guy has like, I think, 6 to 7 million cards. He said 3 or 4 million of them are just unplucked for like 7 years or something, I guess. So I need to email him, talk to him about that, figure out what my schedule is like, and kind of figure out what the heck I'm going to do with that stuff. But it'll be interesting. Allegedly, it's got everything from commons to mythics, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll talk about that. We'll see what happens with that. I need to make space in the house first and figure out what's going on before I buy another 2 million cards and piss my wife off. But but yeah, guys, enjoy the Chihuahua collar I have on. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for the support. Again, reach out if you want some Rosetta cases. I have a few of them, just a few. It will be a blast. I am looking so much forward to opening this set. It's going to be an absolute blast. The art's going to be killer. I can't wait to get my master set together for it. I need to get my Misty master set together. I literally just finished my heavy hitters one, and I'm like, yeah, my Misty one's not even done. I'm like, God dang it. Like, oh well. You would think being sick I'd have all this extra time, but like, no, I really don't. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. We're at like 924, 25 subs, something like that. We have monetization on, so if you want to support the channel and join us, let me know. One person already did. As a thank you for them, I'm actually going to be sending them a t-shirt for free. I need to get their size from them. I need to get the design and stuff finished with my wife. But you know, those are going to be things I'm going to be sending out to people that are subscribed to the channel. Again, like I said before, my goal is not really to make a ton of money off the monetization side of the channel. Like, I really want to focus on giving back to the people that are supporting me. Merchandise, t-shirts, box breaks, etc. So the more people that sign up for that stuff, the more giveaways and stuff I can do, and the more things like that. So that's just going to be kind of like my way of giving back to you guys from me to you guys. So thank you. Have a awesome week. I will see you guys soon, and hopefully next week I no longer have my Chihuahua collar on. Later, guys. Bye.